Okay. Good morning, team. How you doing?
Morning.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Who wants to share some good news?
I had that BBA signed last night.
Tell us about that.
So I sent it to them yesterday morning, and then I took them out to dinner last night, and just at the dinner we were kind of going over like what exactly their goals were, and what kind of home they were looking for, and just stuff like that. And they had just mentioned like, oh, we got our email. What was that paper? And I just told them, I was like, well, without it, I technically work for the seller. So that just allows me to have your best interest in mind. They were like, oh, okay, so we're going to sign it. And they just signed it right there at the table on their phones. It was like, cool.
Yeah, it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome. Who else?
I'll share, Bill.
All right, go ahead.
Well, it's not necessarily good news, but I still want to share because, so my cash deal that I had actually backed out because of the covenants that was in the neighborhood with it being so strict with renters and only 5%. So they backed out of the deal, but I actually have 5 showings today on the home with 2 people that I know for sure are very interested. So I guess you take the good with the bad. So my client was okay with it. So I just still wanted to share that, it still happens, but get back up and try again.
Absolutely. I was Marquis and I were on our coaching call yesterday, and she grabbed a call from an agent that had called her back to say, basically, my client's interested in the property. He's like, oh, don't list it. We'll send you over an offer. And she handled it flawlessly. She just kind of chuckled a little bit, and she's like, I have to put that on the market now. And by the way, we have another interested party. So you better be fast and aggressive, right?
Right.
I'd like to share some inspiration for you guys, especially you new
Please.
agents who are just starting, is that every conversation you have is important. About 3 months ago, I met a guy. He came to an open house that I had. We stood in the front yard. He never even went in the house because he really wasn't interested in the house. He was just interested in the contractor. And we had a conversation, and he had a realtor at the time. And he told me, he said, well, if you come up with any more investment properties, let me know. Well, they all say that. And I actually went under contract with him on one of my properties. It's a $55,000 deal. No big deal. Well, I had a conversation with him yesterday, and he is going with me and another investor on Saturday. And we are going to go look at some property that could potentially be a deal to put $1 million deal or more. So, and about 20 listings.
That's right. Never underestimate, one of these guys that doesn't seem to be serious or paying attention, or if they start off with a low price home or something like that. I literally could take 700 something people that I have in my database, and I would bet you that I can identify 3 properties, one in Marietta, one in Alpharetta, and one in over near kind of La Vista, Briarcliff area, that I bet you that easily half the people in my database are from one of those 3 properties, right? Easily, from marketing them for rent over and over and over again, and then ultimately for sale. Great job, Jen. Great job. All right, let me do a little bit of housekeeping before we get going into the content. So I uploaded a document yesterday called, I think I put buyer systems and intake sheet, something of that nature. Let me see how exactly I titled it. Buyer script and intake sheet. So we had some requests for a buyer packet similar to what we had for a seller the other day with the pre-qualification questions. This is actually straight from Bold, and I combined that with the intake sheet that I've had in the Google Drive for a long time. And it's basically how to receive a sign call, right, or an internet call, or an internet response, and it's basically a series of mini questions that is designed to help you gain control, qualify and pre-qualify the appointment, and then of course close for the appointment. And then that is kind of supplemented by this sheet, the buyer intake sheet, which has many of those same questions on there. That is now both of them are in the Google Drive. Okay. And then that is, we also have that pre-qualification script from sellers that you should have. Really, you should have both of those like right in front of you at any time, because if you're on the telephone with somebody and the conversation directs you towards, oh my gosh, this could be a buyer. Oh my gosh, this could be a seller. You just reach up to the thing and say, oh, I've got a couple of questions for you, right? Jan, when we're together on Friday, if what I say makes sense to you and you feel comfortable and confident that I could sell your home and put the most money in your pocket, are you prepared to get the process started so that I can help you to get to Chicago by March, right? And then you're just going down the list of questions, okay? Next, I had a nice chat with many of you guys yesterday privately about Bold, and it looks like we are going to do, there was an email that was sent out yesterday, I believe, or I'm sorry, it was part of the newsletter yesterday. And it was a link to fill out a form for the drawing. So I think we're gonna have a drawing probably Thursday, tomorrow. I don't know when did they say when the deadline was for that drawing? Let me just take a quick look. Bold drawing form, just fill it out today, because I believe we're going to go do the drawing tomorrow, because Friday is the all-day career visioning course with Teen Rivers. Okay, so fill out this Bold drawing form. It's kind of similar to Mega Camp. If we pick your name, then you'll get a free ticket, and if you don't get a free ticket, then you can purchase the ticket for $99 prior to the event starting on Tuesday. And there's a rebate program that if you sign up and paid $99 for the complete Bold by October 20th, that gives you a rebate of $99 payable at the first closing for any binding contracts that are written between October 20th and December 20th. So if you bind a contract between October 20th and December 20th, when it closes, you'll get your $99 back. Is everyone clear on that? That's assuming you don't get a free ticket. Okay. For those that need Ignite, the Ignite schedule is been published. It starts on Monday, the 19th, and the Bold experience is 2 to 4 on Tuesday and Thursday, starting on this upcoming Tuesday, ending the middle of November. Okay, and don't forget about career visioning. That is the course on growing a team and also the Keller personality assessment and how all that integrates together. That is from 9 to 4 on Friday. That is do not miss that class. Even if you have no intentions of ever hiring anybody, that is like getting an MBA in one day. Okay, and for free. Any questions on any of that material?
Hey Bill, I'm on what Melody sent out for today, and the Bold drawing link is not working.
You know, I was encountering that same thing, and I was wondering if that was just me or not. I will chat with Mel about that this morning, and we'll get that resent out to you guys.
Thank you.
Bill, can you go a little bit into Ignite?
Yes, give me one moment. All right, Ignite, just real briefly, is the 25-hour post-license education class. For agents, you need to have, the state requires you to have 25 hours of post-license within the first 12 months of you being licensed. If you already have gone to Ignite, you can audit it for free. It is over Zoom. It's $125 if you have not gone, and that includes, of course, all the materials. If you just want to see what the materials look like, they are available for free on KW Connect, and I've also downloaded them into a file called Ignite 2.0 that is within the Google Drive, our Google Drive. There's videos associated with all of that. So if you have the post-license credit and you want to audit any of these classes, or you want to come to the classes, of course you need to pay, but you can get some additional free CE classes or CE hours. I think it's like 21 or 24 hours if you don't need the post-license requirement, okay? The topics are ignite your business, build your business, find your business, win with sellers, price to sell, sell your listing, find and win with buyers, find and show homes, a contracts class, make and receive offers, negotiate the deal, close the deal, okay? Also, don't forget, we're going to have a class today from 1 to 2 called Get a Client Today. We're going to be focused entirely on active-based lead generation, where you are going out into the marketplace and securing relationships so that you can get contracts, okay? And then right after that is today, Pam, you're on the call, right? When is the, oh, you were talking about Melba's classes Thursday. So we have our launch mastermind from 11 to 12. We're gonna be focusing on contracts this week. And then right afterwards, Pam, can you share what's going on right after that?
Let me look it up. Hang on one
Melba had a
second.
class?
Yeah, Melba had a class. Melba has a class scheduled that is, I'm sorry, one second. Contingencies and exhibits. And she'll go into a lot more detail of those two items for contracts.
Okay, perfect. So everyone, of course, is welcome for that. And that would be from, I believe it's 12 to 1 o'clock after our session on contracts from 11 to 12. Okay. Any questions on anything we have reviewed today?
It's 12 to 1:30.
12 to 1:30. 12 to 1:30.
It's on the newsletter that I think Melody sent out one of these days.
Yeah, that's a good place. I mean, you guys should be looking at that every single day. In addition to the stuff we do in here, there's at least one training program going on every single day, whether it be through GLG or through our office, just our office. Okay. Okay. So I wanted to spend a couple of moments today talking about the fourth quarter GPS. I had suggested that we complete that within a week of me first publishing it, which has now been more than a week. Is there anyone who does not know what I'm talking about? Okay. Is there anyone who has completed the list of all of the dates that you will be accomplishing these tasks and or has started to accomplish some of the tasks and is making progress? Anyone want to share anything? All right, Q&A, guys. Does everyone think this is a helpful tool? Does anyone have any questions on it?
Definitely helpful, Bill.
Okay, good. Does anyone want to share any of the commitments they've made? Like I commit to adding 2 people a day to my database, or I will have, 400 people in my database by November 20th. Does anyone have any commitments that they want to share?
I've committed to recreating my buyer packet folder by next week. I had lost all that data, and so I'm rebuilding everything, and so it's going to be better than last time.
Beautiful, beautiful. See, you might have just kept your older version had you not lost it, and now that you're going to have a better version, you'll have better conversion rates.
Well, when I first made it, I made it based on, it was just something I needed to do without having experience of listening to people and kind of learning.
Right.
So now I get to make it with experience.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Anyone else want to share? Who wants to share their big goal? Anyone want to share their number of units that they intend to close and the reason why that's important to them? You guys are tough today, man. Got like 3 people on video, 4 people on video, and no one's talking.
Yeah, I plan to close 6, including the one, 5 to 6, including the one that I sold already this year, so that I can work towards departing from my full-time job.
Awesome. I cannot wait to celebrate that happening. Okay. Who's
Seems like I'm on
identified?
track.
What's that?
I
What's
said
that?
it seems like I'm on track.
Yeah, I bet you are. You've been crushing it. Has anyone identified their 3 lead generation strategies and they want to share anything about those?
I'll share. I kind of talked with you a little bit about it yesterday.
Mhm.
I'm incorporating knock and offers into my presentation. And so I've been like reworking my scripts, and I sent you the voicemail script for when I'm farming.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's what I've been doing. So that's one that I've working on and almost finished with so far.
Okay. Can you in like a minute describe your kind of approach with knock and Keller offers for everyone?
Okay, yeah. So I like to call the FSBOs and expires, and I think it doesn't work the whole get in there and bait and switch type thing. So basically what I'm gonna say now for my pitch to get into their house isn't that like I'd want to preview it. It's that we have 2 new amazing ways to buy, and this is gonna like change how people buy homes in Atlanta. And if they would like, I could come to their house, assess their house for free, no obligation. They don't have to sign with me. And then I would even give them a cash offer on the house. So that's the plan.
Okay, cool. And then so that gets you in the door, and then if you're building rapport with them, you use Keller offers to generate the offer. And what I've heard from a number of agents is, you're setting the expectation that the number is going to be on the low side, but when it comes back, it becomes like it's a validation of that you are being forthright and what you quote predicted is actually happening. And then when they say, well, I don't want to sell my home for 250, right? You bring the comps to say, well, you don't necessarily have to, because if you put it on the open market, you're likely to get, 300,000. And here's the evidence of that. Now,
Yeah.
since you still want to sell your home, would you prefer to sell it to Keller offers, or would you prefer to sign this listing agreement? And then it becomes a lot more expected, if you will.
Yeah. And I think I kind of like the fact that you're already giving them an offer on the house. So even if they don't like the price and they're like, well, I want to try to sell my house myself, or I'd like to use you, but list it on the market, you've still already accomplished something for them. And that has you, I mean, it may not be exactly what they wanted, but they turn down offers too that they think are too low. So it's still, to me anyways, I feel like it's still movement on your part for them.
Exactly. And
Can
many
I say
people
something?
aren't calling up and saying, hey, I'll give you an offer. Yeah, Charleston, absolutely.
Yeah, I actually did that, and I actually have a listing appointment as a result of that. So I did get him an offer. It was really low. So to follow up on that, I think it actually works. And I've actually used both of those, like the offer and also knock, as a way to get an appointment with someone. Doesn't work for every home, but we can just, you can qualify the home before to make sure that you're in the at least in the right area. So
Exactly. And it's just one more tool that you expose your clients to that they may not have access to if they work with, obviously, by themselves, or if they work with another real estate agent. Is everybody, both of those certifications are free. Is there anybody who does not have those certifications or needs to be told how important they are? They're very important. Please log on,
Tomorrow.
get you're certified. Marquia, you're going tomorrow?
Yes.
Which one is it tomorrow?
Or not.
Okay, knock
No.
is tomorrow. Okay.
What's the other one? Besides knock?
The other one is called Keller Offers.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keller Offers and knock. They basically have different. They're a different offering. They're not like the same thing. So I highly recommend that you engage with both and get those certifications so you have them in your back pocket and you can use them.
How
Okay?
do you get certified for the Keller offers?
What is the website? Does anyone have the website handy? I think it's kelleroffers.com.
Oh, okay.
And they have a link.
there might be training in there somewhere.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I'll
Yep,
look for it.
training. And then it says, is open to all KW agents and markets where Keller Offers operates. Agents can use Keller Offers platform to request offers for their client's property. It doesn't say anything about the link to register though. Does anyone have the link to register?
It's, if you email them, training@kelleroffers.com, and then they'll email you back. Let me push that link and see what happens. It's if I push the link, I'm on my phone, so I don't know that I'll be able to see the thing. Yeah, I can't see.
So just, I think you're right on that, training@kelleroffers.com.
Okay.
And they'll respond back with enrollment information.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, I think I can post it in the link in WhatsApp. I'm trying right now.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
Let's see if it works.
Okay, speaking of WhatsApp, yeah, there we go.
Cool.
And then we are market center number 367. Just so you know, 367 is our market center number. Okay, thank you for posting that, Heather. So I had just briefly while I'm thinking about this, there's two groups that we have WhatsApp groups for that have not been used really at all, and I'm going to request that we try to create some synergies around the launch mastermind group and the growth mastermind group. So if you are about 0 to 3 units, then you're in the launch group. If you're 4 units and more per year, you're in the growth group. You're welcome to attend the other one, but know that the topic is going to be geared more towards, accelerated agents needs versus brand new agents needs. One thing that I'm going to start doing as of this moment is, just like we have a new theme or a theme for each of our morning sessions, we're going to have a theme for each of the masterminds. And the first theme for the growth mastermind is going to be language patterns and language skills. And the first theme for the launch group, which we're going to start tomorrow, is contracts. So probably for the foreseeable, at least a couple of weeks, we'll be talking about those concepts in those mastermind groups. And I'll make that clear in the weekly email as well. So launch, we're going to be talking a good bit about contracts. Again, that is from 12 to 1 tomorrow. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. 11 to 12 tomorrow. And growth, we're going to be focusing on language patterns. Okay? Anyone have any questions on that? And I would love it if you have more, more of a higher level question or something like that. Let's get those two groups interacting as much as possible on WhatsApp as well. Okay. Any other thoughts or questions on the fourth quarter GPS before we move on? Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me privately. My request is take this document as like it's like a gut check for your business, okay? If you look at it and you don't have a buddy in the office that can monitor your business while you're away, your quality of life is not going to be as great as it could be. If you're not practicing your scripts and dialogues, if you're not committing to any form of accountability, if you're not reporting your numbers, if your presentations aren't tight and updated, you're not going to reach your potential. Okay, so my request of you is, this is a document that is going to give you the confidence you need to interact with people that truly need our services, and give you the skills that you need to move the process along so that everyone can be paid. Okay? If you have any questions about deadlines or what, it's written in order of priority, in my opinion. If you got any questions about anything, just reach out to me directly, okay? Or on the chats. All right, I want to end with an idea that I've learned in, I'm taking the language of sales mastery class from MAPS right now. And I've taken it before. This is just a 2.0 version. And we'll end with just a couple minutes here, is the idea of asking powerful questions. Okay, asking powerful questions. So questions that start with the word why are not powerful. Okay, right. Why did you paint your bathroom purple? Why did you choose that color for hardwood floors? Why did you plant that tree in the front yard? That creates a disconnect between you and the person you're speaking to, right? Any rapport that you may have built, just you probably lost, because they immediately hear that and get defensive, right? And they say, well, because I liked that color, because I liked those knobs, because I liked that wallpaper, right? Are you telling me it's ugly? I don't think I like you, right? So you can ask more powerful questions that are open-ended, that are thought-provoking, that seek clarity, and that are solution-oriented. Examples of those are questions that begin with how, where, tell me, what, who, say more, when, if. Remember, remember, all powerful questions are open-ended. However, not all open-ended questions are powerful. So a couple of examples of a powerful question would be, how does that fit into your plan? As opposed to saying, or let's say the person wants to take their home off the market, or maybe they want to rent it instead of sell it, right? You say, rather than saying, why would you choose to do that? And that puts them in kind of a confrontational attitude, mindset. You would say, well, how does that fit into your plan? And then they're forced to defend themselves, yet they're not being accused of thinking incorrectly. Does that make sense? Right? What is the outcome you're looking to achieve? When would it make sense to have a conversation? Where will that take you? Not, why do you want to rent the house? You could say, what is important to you about renting the house? What will you achieve by renting the home? Right? How does that fit into your plan? Y'all follow that? Any thoughts or questions on that?
Yeah, because it makes it the person on the other end not feel as defensive, or that you're coming off being like kind of condescending to them,
Yeah.
while you're actually giving them advice. I like that.
Yeah, and judgmental.
Right.
Right. Let's say that they have, I don't know, let's say they have like a purple room in their house where like the carpet's purple and the walls are purple or whatever. And you say, why did you do this in this room? That's judgmental. If you come from curiosity, you say, hey, tell me more about what you've done here. Right? That feels a lot different to the listener. Can anyone think of another example of that? Our goal is to meet people where they are. If we judge them, we're not meeting them where they are. We need to take them to where they want to go. And that's why we ask powerful questions. How does that fit into your plan? That makes them rethink or restate what their plan is. And they will see clearly if there is not an alignment between what they just said and their plan, it will become obvious to everyone that's listening. Okay. Boy, today was a tough day. Anyone got a joke or anything?
I'm just having my first cup of coffee, so bear with me while I warm up the machine.
No. Okay. All right. Remember, launch mastermind tomorrow at 11. Talking about contracts. We have a class today at 1 called How to Get a Client Today. We have 1 o'clock today. The book club for How to Be an Anti-Racist is at 4 o'clock today, from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And all day on Friday is Gene Rivers' class. Is there anybody that has not registered for that? Please tell me no. Go ahead and register, even if you've got like something you need to pop into. You'll have the workbook. You'll be able to listen to the recording. highly, highly, highly recommend you RSVP to that class. Okay.
We have to pay $99 for that.
No, no, that course is free. Career visioning is no charge. It's typically like $400 or $500 in person. Then it's basically the fee as you typically see it across the country when they're doing it digitally is $99. But we have a sponsor for it, so the class will be free.
Okay.
Okay, you just have to RSVP to send an email to rsvp@cbcampbellbrannan.law. Campbell Brannan is the one paying for all this. Okay.
Can you just text me that?
It is all of those instructions are in the newsletter.
Oh, okay.
You're getting the newsletter, right?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. I'll type it real fast right here. It's all in the newsletter. rsvp@cb.law. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And just say, hey, I'm Mike. I want to come to the career visioning class, and give them your email. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anyone else want to share anything before we call it a morning? And then there's a couple of other, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I wanted to thank John for coming yesterday to the walkthrough with the builders walkthrough. It's what I refer to as the blue tape walkthrough.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was very helpful. And I think he just saw what it was like. And so that when he goes through one with a client, he'll know it's not, it won't be his first time.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for allowing him to participate in that. Thank you. And then today there is another class from the office with Laura Lerman. She is the woman who did our social media class 2 weeks ago or so, from 10 to 11 today on common pitfalls when working with a client. Okay. All right, you
Bill,
guys.
I had one question.
Yeah.
Those powerful questions that you were mentioning, is there a list of them somewhere that I could?
Yeah, I can post something. Yeah, I'll share them with you guys.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Bill.